Shalom, my friends. I've been trying for 3 or 4 hours now to get this to work, and I can't get it to work. But I want to share with you the new moon day for the 6th month of Yahweh. And we're running out of time. It's almost there. We're almost there now. So I cannot get my screen to increase in size to show this to you like I want to. But you're seeing the last 3 days of this month, and one of them isn't the last day of this month. It is the first day of next month. And because I made a rookie mistake, if you'll notice that I've listed that full moon occurs on the 30th day of Yahweh's 5th month. But in fact, there is not a 30th day of Yahweh's 5th month. There is a 29th day, and this is the full moon because the Gregorian calendar starts its next day at midnight. So after midnight on the 29th day of Yahweh, the date changes to the 10th of September. And so I said, well, the next day will be New Moon Day, and that will be September 11th. Wrong. It is September 10th because I will show you the order of what we have to follow to get the correct New Moon Day. And we want the correct New Moon Day because all of our Shabbat days depend upon that. So it's very important. And Hashatan has been struggling with me the whole time, and I can't get the programs to work properly. But nonetheless, we have where my pointer is now, the 28th, and that's the 28th day of Yahweh's 5th month. And it is September the 8th of 2022 in the Gregorian calendar. Tomorrow is September the 9th of 2022 and Yahweh's 29th day. The next day would be the 30th day or the first day. On the September 9th, after midnight, the moon becomes full. So this should be the full moon, and this should be day 1, which would be New Moon Day. Now we'll close this out. I know you may not be able to see that very well, but I showed you and told you the days that I was pointing at, so we'll go from there, and we'll search this rest of this out through Stellarium. Okay, we have September 9th in the pagan Gregorian calendar of 2022, and we have 1900 hours. That would be 7 p.m. You subtract 12 hours from 19, it gives you 7, and it's a p.m. because it's the upper case of 12 hours. So we have 06 here. I wonder why. Oh, because I haven't got this on pause. I'll pause this right quick so it will not increase in time, so that what I'm working with will be the same for you. Okay, we have got 7 p.m. and we can see that the sun is in the west and it is setting. I've got this on a visual so that you could see the lightness and darkness of the earth. If you could see over here, you could see that the moon was about to rise, and it's not yet above the horizon. So the evening before New Moon Day, that means the dusk before New Moon Day, is going to be a greeting between the sun and the moon. So the moon is coming up and the sun is setting, but the sun never reaches the end of dusk before the moon rises. So let's increase in minutes here till we get the moon rising. This does this all the time. It's hard to control. Okay, you can see that the moon is above the horizon. I know that may be small, but I'm thinking that you can see it. And you can see that it is still daylight, so the moon is greeting the sun at sunset before the end of the dusk. just before the complete setting of the sun. Now let's go up by hours, and let's take a look now at the moon's status. We see it is 99.7% illuminated, and we see that the moon is, of course, the waxing gibbous. In other words, it's building toward full. So let's continue going up until hour 24 or hour 0, and we will see that the day changes in the Gregorian calendar to September the 10th of 2022. That's what threw me, and that's a rookie mistake in doing the calendar of Yahweh. But regardless of the day of the Gregorian calendar, the day of Yahweh begins at the dawn of a day when the sun first comes to light, and then it ends at the dusk when the sun completely sets. So that's the day of Yahweh, compared to the Gregorian calendar that begins their day at 12 midnight. The next minute, it begins the next day. And that's not really good, I don't think. But I'm used to that, and you guys are too, so you understand. Even though it's not day, it's still night at 12 o'clock. That's when the clock changes over to the next day. So in fact, the 10th would not be the same as the 29th of Yah's calendar. So let's continue on in hours on the 10th, and we'll go up 1, 2, 3 hours increased. And now let's go back down to 0 on this, on the minutes, because I want to show you something specifically. Okay, let's go to the 4th hour, and you can see that the moon is illuminated 99.8%, and you rarely get the moon illuminated to 100% in stellarium. It happens that way most of the time. But sometimes you'll get a 100% illuminated, but most of the times it gets to 99.7 or 8 or 9, and that's as far as it gets. And then it just goes to full moon. So it's 9/10/2022. It's 4 a.m. and let's go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes after 4 a.m. and we can see that the moon turns to full on minute 6. It was minute 5 a little earlier, but minute 6. And then we have the full moon already, and I'll move this so you can see there's the moon, and that's where it is full. And let me put this back. I'll try to keep this over where the illumination of the moon is just under it, so that it's easy for me to find. You can see that it says full moon here, and you may be very, very limited in what you can see. I can see it well because it's on my big computer screen. But anyway, the moon does say full. A minute ago, it was not full. It remains full for almost 2 hours until 5:53, I think. Somewhere around there. Okay. Now it changes from full moon in minute 52 of the 5 o'clock hour to waning gibbous. That means the moon is decreasing now in light, and it will decrease in light until it's completely dark, and then it will start waxing until the full moon again for next month. But you can see that it is 5:53 a.m. on September the 10th, and we know that the new moon day, the sun and the moon do greet. They greet before new moon day, the evening before new moon day, and they greet the morning of new moon day. So the moon is going down and the sun is coming up. The moon is still visible, and if you look, I'm showing you how it is considered daylight. It looks to be light outside. So the dawn has already occurred. The moon has not yet gone below the horizon. So the moon, in fact, does greet the star, uh, does greet the sun. And the moon was considered full at 4 a.m. So that means it would be considered full from the entire night that the moon ruled with the stars, because it was almost full when it rose this night. So the September 10th morning is the morning of the new moon. So this is the first day of Yahweh's new month. I will have the calendar finished by tomorrow, and I will post that, and you will be able to get the calendar. Those of you who cannot get the calendar, who cannot figure out how to get the calendar off of my Google Drive, just email me, and I will email you a copy of the calendar if you're following that. But anyway, thank you for your patience. I'm still learning, and I can easily make mistakes from time to time. You all know I'm already old. I forget a lot of things, but I'm trying the very best that I can to keep everything on track, because I want to keep the Kodesh days of Yahweh. I want to keep all of the Shabbats, all of the Moedim, and everything. More than anything else right now, I'm concerned with the Moedim, but Abba knows I'm new to this. And many of you, most of you are new to this. So the Moedim is not as much of a priority right now as the regular Shabbat worship days. And I want to be worshiping on the correct Shabbat day. And I want to know when I should avoid buying and selling, when I should avoid hard work or labor that I can get out of. I know we live in a society where the world works Monday through Friday, and you're expected to work Monday through Friday too. And if Shabbat falls on Monday through Friday, you have to work or you lose your job. And that's understandable by Yahweh. So don't worry about those sort of things. Yahweh will take care of all of that in time to come. And I praise him for his calendar. I praise him for leading me and teaching me these things that are so above and beyond me. But he's made it fairly simple. Even to an old man like me, he's made it fairly simple. And it's very interesting and very cool. And I feel very good in my Ruach that I can keep his Kodesh days and keep the Sabbath like I never before have been able to do in my life, except by accident, depending on the Gregorian calendar. Okay. Shalom. Happy up and coming New Moon Day, the first day of Yahweh's 6th month. Shalom, my friends.